Welcome everyone to Redlight Racing Series Monday Night Scrambler Series. We are live from the famous Indianapolis Motorsport. Indianapolis, well, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's a motorsports, Derek. I'm joined with Derek Pemberton. He's with me in the booth tonight. Going to be a fun race, Derek. We got 18 drivers here.
Yeah, not a bad field for... I would say this would be one of the fastest tracks. Take away Daytona and Talladega. This is, I would say, probably about the second or third track besides those other two tracks. This is probably about the second or third, I would say, on the entire NASCAR circuit.
Yeah, I agree. 200, we've seen speeds up to 208 miles an hour going into the corners by some of these guys. And honestly, it could be a little bit more than that with some of the draft and stuff that happens. We just don't really know yet what's going to happen at the first of this race. Like I mentioned, 18 drivers in this race, and honestly, sitting here looking at practice, the only turn I've really noticed people having trouble with is turn 4. I've seen a couple guys spin coming off turn 4, but it hasn't been a lot, so this race should be a very clean race. And honestly, red light guys, they always put on a great clean race most of the time, so not going to be surprised if we even go caution free the entire time. Tonight's race, of course, is in the Cup car. Remember, this is a Scrambler series. It changes week to week, so there's a look so far at your 2017 Season 3 playoff standings. James Heater currently locked into the chase with 2 wins. James Skelton, Sean Butler, Orlando Lacey has 1 win. Max Terriot as well. And also you can see some of the other guys. There's your cut line. DJ Anderson and Jack Walls right on the cut line. Jack 7 points underneath that cut line. And also Leo Bourdage is 9 points underneath it, with Jack and Colin Souza being really close with each other. So, as we get ready to go here, we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in practice. I'm looking, from what I'm guessing, this is a 60-lap race. This is going to be a multi-stop race. We're going to have more than one stop under green. What I was told, it's around 15 laps or so for the pit stops, and the setup is very hard to drive. I was talking
From words of a certain driver, it was atrocious.
Yeah, Landon even mentioned, Landon Lacey, he said the setup gets worse as it goes on. And, you know, that's what I was told as well from Joshua Buckley. He said the setup gets really tight as the race goes on. So, and with more rubber being put down, you just never know what's going to happen. Real fast look at the weather. 73 degree, 100 degree track temp, wind speed 30.13 miles per hour out of the north, so not going to be any problems with wind speed. Clear skies here, of course. And of course, here's your track information. 2.51 mile track, 4 turns. Unlike any other track we go to, Indianapolis, a track of its own character, I guess you could say. This, I don't know, a lot of people consider Indianapolis a boring racetrack in the real life NASCAR circuit. Derek, what do you think about Indianapolis in general?
Well, I will agree with what you just said. It's a boring race in real time, or in real life, because it is absolutely the most boring race, single wide, boring one-line racetrack. Yeah. But on here, it's not exactly the same. I know that, you know, I figured out this track pretty well, so I kind of like it, because I've actually found, you know, there's a certain way you got to run it. It's another one of these tracks that, you know, not being the fastest is actually faster. So it's all about really, and also it's really hard to pass, especially in these cars, you know, unless you're in an Indy car. Indy cars, it's a little bit easier to pass, but I think in these stock cars, it's a little bit harder to pass because, you know, not just letting up, getting off in turns 1 and 3. It's more, you got to let out halfway down the back straightaway if you're going to let somebody go.
Yeah, you know, they drive 3 different series here. The Cup cars come here, the Verizon Indy car, of course, the Indianapolis 500, famous at Indianapolis, and then now the Xfinity cars come here. This track has a characteristic for each car. It's not made just for one car. Of course, it was made for the Indy car in general, but I don't know, man. It's just so unique, I guess, the way these turns, you got to drive every turn a little bit different. Yeah, it's a one-line track, but every turn, in my opinion, drives different. You got to enter it different and all that stuff. And I'm sure you agree with that.
Yeah, everyone's going to enter it one way. But my thing is, I think it's more, you know, about where you get let off, where you gas it back up, where you do all these other different things. That's really what's going to see That's really where I see a difference in how everyone drives this track is when they get off, when they get on, and everything else. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see where everyone will qualify, or where everyone will be getting on and off the gas as they get ready for qualifying.
Qualifying is officially underway as we are watching the 88 of Sean Butler out on the track right now, and we'll stay with him just for a moment as he is in that number 88 Toyota Nationwide car. Sitting here reading a little bit. Yeah, right. I'm sitting here reading a little bit about Indianapolis. Construction on the track actually started in March of 1909. I cannot believe this track is actually that old.
It's probably been redone.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I remember it used to be all bricks, which is why I got the name Brickyard.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, and last year during the Cup race that was here, they actually showed. There's like a creek where they dumped the bricks when they redone it, and you can actually go wade that creek and find bricks from the old Brickyard.
Oh wow!
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty neat. So a lot of history here, which is very cool. So we're watching Sean Butler right now as he is on his green flag lap. There's a bunch of other guys out on track as well. Who do you honestly think is going to get this win?
I'm going to go kind of down the list here, and at least from practice times. I'm seriously, and it's been a while since I've been back to this league, but honestly, I still feel like DJ Anderson still has it in him. I think, he can go back to, I believe it's season 1 or season 2 kind of domination style type of racing that he did, at least for the time that I was around. I feel like he can get back to that here today with getting a big win here at a very big historic racetrack. Yeah,
he needs to get back into that, because if you go right now and you look at the standings, and I'll bring it up as we got somebody that just killed every one of them cones. Sean Butler, by the way, is on top. But if you go right now and look at the standings, DJ Anderson yet to win this season. And that's got to be somewhat of a surprise for people, I think. Let's hop over to Landon Lacey as we watch Tim Blum actually pull off track. We'll watch Landon as he is out there on track, if I can find him. There he is.
Going down on the back straightaway. He's actually going to pull off here. Yeah, it looks like everybody is kind of doing like a 1 or 2 lap run, and then they're going to pull off as Landon almost just got murdered there. Everyone's only looking like it's going to be a 1 lap run. Doesn't seem like you're going to get any faster on the second run. What is this Brandon Minto guy?
That's what I'm looking at. That's a nice little paint. He's running the Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars. Oh, I knew it was Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront paint.
I'm actually going to ask him to see if I can even get that paint.
That's actually really nice. I'm not going to lie, it's a really nice paint. 13's right now. He just put down his first lap with 52.
Yeah, honestly, though, I think he wins best show. I don't care.
Yeah,
whether or not you're a winner in my book.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best looking paints out there. And I only like Star Wars. I've never seen it, so. Joshua Buckley.
Yeah, by the way, we are changing that for everyone that is learned.
They're trying their best to get me to watch Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, though. So we're watching Joshua Buckley right now in the 2 car, the Toyota Camry. At Watt Discount Tire. Toyota. He is actually running, I think it's behind Jack Walls, I believe, the 83. They work into turn number 3 and 4. If this track's
really higher up. I mean, they're a lot higher up than what I originally thought. I figured they'd be a little bit closer down to the apex, but for some reason they're not. They're a little bit higher up than what I originally thought as these 2 guys come across the start-finish line here.
11th and 15th.
That's not really what I expected.
Yeah. It may be what you mentioned. Maybe a little bit too high than what you mentioned. So,
as we were talking about this. We was talking with Landon and everything before we went live. It's been a while since we've been in a stock car.
It's been a while,
yeah. All of us guys, especially on the Overtake team, it's been a while since we've driven any really oval car. So I'm not saying that's necessarily what's to blame here, but what I'm saying though is that maybe they can't exactly know where the car is at. Because I know if this was me personally, I've been so used to running that BMW or Mercedes that I wouldn't know exactly how close I am at that.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. Everybody right now is kind of practicing for the Daytona 24. We don't know how many guys are in here are actually running it. Most likely there's some guys in here running it, and I'm sure they put a lot of practice in. So, you kind of got to get back in the groove of everything and driving a stock car, especially a cup car. It's been a long time since these guys have drove a cup car anyway. If you go back and look at the schedule, the last time these guys drove a cup car was 4 races ago at Iowa, and that's a big big different. That's a different track. This is the first big track these guys have actually raced on all season. They drove Darlington once, but still, that's not a big track. So, and honestly, what makes this race so big is this is the final race before the chase. So,
is everyone already locked in, or is there a lot of?
Yeah, I'll bring up the points again, and you can see DJ Anderson has a 7-point lead right now over Jack Walls, 9-point over Leo Bourdais. So if DJ goes out there and has a bad run, or even if Jack goes out there and has a solid run, and right now, you know, he's not the fastest, he's 15th, but what if he goes out there and something happens, DJ gets caught up in something? You know, it could shake up everything. So that's going to be interesting to see. I don't know. I mean, this place we mentioned, this place is unique, and anything can happen. Even though the race is not that exciting in general, and honestly, if I'm in a chase and I'm the last spot in right now, if I'm DJ, I'm glad we came here.
Yeah, honestly,
it could have been worse.
Yeah, you could have went to Daytona, which honestly I thought that's what we were going to do for the CFR Championship, or at least have the final race at Daytona, because you don't want to end a season there, because literally you talk about the unexpected or unpredictable. That would be the most unpredictable thing. At least in Indianapolis, it's got a chance of going green the whole way. So as long as you don't mess it up yourself, you got a chance. Yeah. But you never know.
Yeah, and if you go and look at their chase right now, round one consists of Homestead and Daytona. We start off with Homestead, which is unique in my opinion. But Homestead and Daytona is the first race. Round number 2 is Richmond and Auto Club. Round number 3, we go to New Hampshire and Martinsville, so 2 short tracks. Then round number 4 gets interesting because it's Michigan, which is your favorite track, but it's kind of weird, you know, in the Cup car. But it's kind of weird because, you know, you don't hear a lot of leagues ended their season at Michigan.
Yeah,
but I like it.
To end it.
Yeah, I love the fact that, you know, it ends at a different track. And I like the fact they start off with Homestead. So we're watching James Skelton at 86 now. Go ahead there.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying, you know, I've kind of noticed that really no one's really moving on the board right now. Everybody's just kind of in their own little, I guess, area now. But talk about it, some close times up at the top there. Look at that. Almost 5 thousandths? That's thousandths of a second separating first and second.
Yeah, Jason Wells and Sean Butler. And then you got Max Terriot not far behind that. I mean, really, if you look at that, our top 6 are all within a tenth of each other. Really, you could even throw 7th in that mix as well. He's a little over a tenth, barely over a tenth, but that's impressive. And Lando Lacey done a good lap, though. I forgot to mention that. That's actually a very good lap. I think it's faster than what he ran in practice.
Oh, yes, by about, I'd say anywhere from 6/10, I think.
That's what I thought.
Which, actually, that is kind of surprising. Times kind of picked up from
the end of practice
to qualifying, which is kind of
Did the track carry over?
Yeah, the track carried over the whole. Weird. Well, I don't know. Listen to this. The the track started at 0%.
Right.
So.
And what is qualifying? It carries over from practice.
It's carried over.
That's weird.
So here's what I'm thinking is, yeah, they said it was terrible because there was nothing down on the track. So they was all putting it down, and then once they got to qualifying, it cooled off just enough. And now they went out there and started running laps, and they picked it up. Of course, I'm no expert, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about what I've heard from other people. But
yeah, I mean, you got a good point. That's exactly what it sounds like. It could have. I mean, because at the end of practice, everybody was talking about how bad the car was feeling. We're actually watching the 7, it looks like. Is that the 7? I can't see the last number. Yep, the 7 is a 948. Lando Lacey not going to improve his lap. Almost does, but unfortunately does not improve his lap. The 7, however, Leo Bourdais up to 13th. And qualified just about over 4 of these guys. There's still a couple of cars out on the track. James Heater jumped up from 7th to 2nd on the last lap.
No, boy.
Yeah, big jump up for him, and that was a good lap. Wow. Well, look at the time. Let me know the time between Sean Butler and James Heater. What did he run, did you see?
56.110.
Okay, what was James Heater?
That was James Heater.
Okay, what was Sean Butler?
.611.
Wow.
Yeah.
100,000th of a second.
Well, I don't know. Then on my timing screen, it shows that they ran the exact
same time. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing as well. There's a bunch of people in here that ran almost the exact same time. Look at Lana Lacey and James Skelton.
Wow.
Yeah, almost identical. And then Tim Blum, Max Terriot almost.
Yeah, that's a little close, but wow. Well, as you can tell, there's kind of a...
Better yet, Leo Bourdage and Jack Wells. They were at the same time.
Yeah, there's just kind of gaps everywhere. Yeah. You can kind of tell. So, hey, they make for something interesting.
Yeah, Jason Wells with the pole tonight. And you'll see him right there as qualifying coming to an end. We'll go ahead and go look at your grid while we're waiting on the countdown. Jason Wells, James Heater will start in the front row. Row number 2, we got Sean Butler and Max Terriot in that number 42 car. Row number 3, we got Tim Blum and Eric Johnson in the 33. Keep your eye on Eric Johnson. Andy Lee, Landon Lacey will start in row number 4. Behind them, we got the Toyotas of James Skelton, DJ Ederson. In row number 6, we got Joshua Buckley in a Toyota alongside another Toyota of Jack Walls. Leo Bourdage, William Long, and 2 Fords will start row number 7. Row number 8, we got the 2 Chevrolets of Richard Murdoch and Brian Phillips. Boy, these manufacturers do not want to be separated. Brandon Minto, Bruce Potter, and the 2 Fords. Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle Souza. And then Bruce Potter in the Ford will start 19th. So, racing has begun to grid as you look. Oops, sorry guys, I'm getting everything right.
Question.
Yes.
I just happened to go into the sound. What is the ambient?
I've messed with that before. It's like echoes and stuff, I believe. And like what you hear around the outside of the track. Like
maybe I actually want to hear. Oh, I have never heard the fans work anyway. So.
I don't know if it's actually the fans or they have something on iRacing that somebody put in like that before. Real fast, I'm going to bring in Jason Wells, our pole sitter tonight. Hey, Jason, you got me?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Man, got the pole tonight, and this place, I've heard the car, not the greatest handle and setup, but overall, how do you think you'll do? You think you got a chance to win this thing?
I have no idea. This is going to be a tire conservation race, so the ones who push hard at the beginning aren't probably going to win.
We know that this place is unique in every aspect here, man. Every turn is a little bit different. A lot of people may not think so. Is there one turn that you struggle in, or is it all about the same for you?
I keep missing turn 3. I don't know why I can't get to the bottom, but hopefully I can figure it out.
All right, man. Good luck. I know we're rolling, and go out there and see, and we'll see if we can talk to you here at the end.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy. So, Derek, he actually brought up an interesting point, and you mentioned it a minute ago. Turn 3. A lot of people was having getting trouble low on that turn.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me any. Turn 3 is actually a very interesting one because I've noticed that you're actually going faster down the back straightaway than you are the front straightaway. I don't know why that is either, but you just are going down the back straightaway. You're just a little bit faster, so it's a little bit harder to get the car slowed down getting off into 3. And it makes for some interesting moves that you got to make getting off into 3, and most of the time people do not get it low enough, so therefore they do lose a little bit of time and maybe lose a little bit of handling on the race car.
For you guys that may have watched the Indianapolis 500 races in the past with the Indy car, you'll notice that the cars go back and forth on the straightaways. You're going to see that on the Cup cars as well. That is all they're trying to do is break draft, trying to keep the guy from scooting up close to him to try to get a run into the corner, or something like that. That is why you'll see them go back and forth. I had questions in the past asking why they was moving, and I want to make sure I bring that up early instead of later. So, yeah, as we go into turn 3, we're about to go green here in just a moment. One interesting thing about Indianapolis, Derek, is these guys have to go on green because as soon as the pace car pulls in, the green flag comes out. Like, there is no waiting. If I'm not mistaken, maybe that's Pocono.
That's Pocono. There's several trucks that do.
Yeah. Can't remember if the green comes straight out here as soon as the caution car goes in. I can't really remember.
It's a weird one.
It's close, I believe.
Yeah.
So, Derek's going to bring us to the green flag.
Oh boy, it's been a while since I've done this. Wow. Okay. I ain't got no funny saying for this one, so we're just going to do it. Pace car is in, and we are...
It is a little bit overweight, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit longer of a delay than what we thought. And we are green here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 65 or 60 laps. My apologies, as they get ready to dive it off in turn number 1. They are side by side all the way throughout the field.
Turn number 1, you see that outside of James Heater trying to squeeze in front of that 64 car on the outside, which is very impressive, and he does take over the top spot. Coming out of turn 2, we are side by side for fourth place now.
That actually doesn't surprise me with Heater coming around on the outside. At least on the outside, you can keep that thing revved up all the way on the outside. You ain't got to worry about sliding up into anybody. They get ready to come off at turn number 3. Everybody pretty much single file now for the most part. As I'm looking on back throughout the field, everyone is single file now. They all get going into turn number 4 as they're coming off to the front straight away.
Landon Lacey now working on the inside of Max Terriot, and will take over. I'm sorry, that is not Max Terriot. That is the 33 of Eric Johnson. Takes over 6th place. Johnson looking back to his inside as we stay single file going back down into turn 1. We're going to stay single file most of this race, I do believe, at least for the time being until pit stops start to happen as we go into turn 2.
It's a saying that you hear some people starting to say, yellows are going to breed yellows. If we have a yellow is more than likely about to come out again just because that's going to bunch everybody back up. So therefore, there's a chance for a wreck to happen. If they stay green for a while, it is less likely that a yellow can come out. Of course, unless someone spins or anything like that. As it looks like, Heater kind of separating himself a little bit from Wells, not too much. As it looks like the top 5 is starting to break away just a slight little bit away from Landon Lacey. There's kind of creating a small little gap. Yeah,
Landon and Eric kind of got their own little thing going in that little small group, and then another little small group starting to develop back behind them for, looks like 8th place back. It's about 6 cars right there kind of tucked up with James Skelton kind of leading that little group. Right now, though, everybody's still single file. Nobody really making any big moves, and actually, this is what I like about this track, though. People may not find this the most exciting. We just watched Joshua Buckley go a little while, almost making contact with the wall. But this is what I like about this track, man. If you got a good group of core guys that have raced together on iRacing for so long, you're going to have races where they're extremely patient.
Actually, while you was talking about, nothing really happening right off the bat here, I'm actually watching a certain battle here happening in 3rd place. Coming through turns 1 and 2 there, Tim Blum, of course, was still in front. Andy Lee, he was all over the back of him. I thought he was giving him a shot in turn number 2 and could have had the run down the back straightaway, but he had to get out of the gas that way he wouldn't run over Tim. That actually, as you can tell now, it's actually caused a little bit of a gap there.
It has. Yeah, Andy Lee comes in here without a win so far this season, so he is already in the chase pretty much. He's 16 points right now.
Actually, as you can tell now, the gap in the top 5 is really starting to grow.
I can tell you something big happening on track right now, Derek. If you go back to 9th place, DJ Anderson, and is trying to work on James Skelton, but right behind him is Jack Walls. That is a huge points of battle for them two, trying to make the chase.
Again, just for everyone here, what is the point gap between them?
It is 7 between Jack Walls and DJ.
Okay, well now pretty much DJ knows right now he cannot go back anymore. He needs to at least have a 6th place finish, and I'm almost certain the 6th place finish would almost guarantee him making it. So right now he's just got to work his way back up there. He is in P number 8 now. He knows that pretty much going to the back here, he can let James get in front of him, but as long as he finishes 6th, there ain't no problem.
Yeah. And as long as he keeps the distance between him and Jack, even if Jack finishes 4 spots in front of him, it's okay, as long as, Jack don't go out and win the race. So we'll jump back a little bit further. Joshua Buckley right now and Leo Bourdage into 7 side by side as we get ready to go into turn number 3.
Yeah, this kind of, as I'm kind of looking at this pack right here, this pack is kind of the more bunched up pack right now. They're a little bit closer than mostly everybody else, except for the top 5. Top 5 would be probably about the next closest big chunk of cars. That's pretty much it. It's almost kind of like pack. It's a smaller version of pack racing in a way.
Kind of.
You're not going to see the 2 or 3 wide. You're going to see a single file, but it's going to turn into a bunch of packs. Like, kind of how me and Adam have kind of started talking about it already.
Yeah, you see the 5-car breakaway. Then you got this other little group starting to try to come together with Landon Lacey, Eric Johnson, DJ, and James. And you got a little group is trying to form up. Jack Wall is kind of caught in the middle of this. And then you got Leo Bordes, Joshua Buckley, and then Richard Murdoch and William Long all involved in that. So, we are...
Oh, we actually got a pass for second. Tim actually
Tim's moving up.
James Heater.
Yeah, James falling back a little bit as Andy Lee looks underneath him now on the straightaway.
Yeah, that's actually going to give a lot of momentum now to actually him to try to pull away from Andy Lee. No, wait. Yeah, it's going to give a lot of momentum here to Tim to be able to go run down our leader, Jason Wells, who right now is, really been able to keep his own right now and not really having any too many issues once taking that lead.
Yeah, and honestly, Derek, we're going to get really spaced out once we start having caution, or not cautions, but pit stops happen. We're only about 10, well, maybe about 8 laps away before we start seeing cars hit pit road.
Yeah, we're getting close to the halfway point. I would say right about now we're about halfway
to that
now
pit stop,
on fuel.
Yeah, I agree.
And that pass right there could have been huge right there, putting Tim into second now. Because right now, as I can tell, he is running down Jason.
That's interesting. These guys can only go 15 laps on field. What is the field limit? Do you know? Does it show you? Because it's got to be less than 100 because you could go 30 at Daytona.
9.3.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds about right then.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not the biggest of gas, but right now, Tim, he is showing himself in that mirror to Jason Wells right now. Yeah, he's turned it on here as of late. I don't want to say that's kind of a big surprise there. For a second, I thought everyone would kind of sit there and kind of wait it out. As actually, there goes Andy Lee now to the bottom. As actually, here comes Max Terriot looking to third position.
I think Andy let him have that.
He did. He kind of moved over, going down the back straightaway now. Maybe a little bit of shot there from Andy to Max.
Man, that turn 3's tough, man.
It's not the
They cannot get to the bottom. Wow, that's impressive that they can't get down there. We got another pass. DJ Anderson and Landon Lacey DJ working on the back bumper of Landon. Landon actually gave back up 6th place. He's now fallen back a little bit to 7th with the pressure of DJ and James actually behind him. That kind of separates itself now. Landon may have made a small mistake. He's starting to work his way back up once again. Everybody else kind of spaced out at the moment. Sean Butler and Bruce Potter just running around the back. I'm surprised Sean hasn't had a better night, though. He's back in his 18th place. Sean was one of them guys I thought would have a really great night, and he actually started. Did he start 3rd?
Who?
Sean Butler.
Sean Butler. Yes.
Wow.
Did.
Why is he? He's been on pit road. Yeah, he was actually. I think he started on pit road because he's been out there on 9 laps. Yeah, he's been on pit road. He just gets around.
He made a 12-second stop. Wait a second. Weird.
And that was not for fuel. I don't know why he came in.
He took a 12-second stop.
You don't think it's possibly a black? I don't know.
Let me.
Because he's got the same amount of tires as these guys. He's still a lead lap. But you don't really go a lap down. But why would you come down the first lap?
Yeah, he started on pit road.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah. He was starting to scare me a little bit.
He was on pit road. What, did he take tires while he was there, though?
I don't know.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's just showing out. I don't know.
Yeah, showing us something to show us.
Landon Lacey followed back, got damage to the right front of the car. Now he's back to 10th and losing ground. You can see the damage on the front of that number 948 American Red Cross paint scheme.
Not going to help him as this race goes on.
Yeah, especially with the aerodynamics here and stuff like that, you know it could get really bad. Back up towards the front, Jason Wells falling back. Remember, he was our pole sitter, falling back now to 4th place as Tim Blum did take the lead from Jason. I did not see that.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
Wow, he did. Wow.
Yeah, he fallen all the way back to 4th, actually. These cars are starting to become a handful now.
Yeah, now we're about to see who can... Actually, hang on a second here. Tim's got damage.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got damage.
See if I can jump up and see it. You're right, he's actually got into the wall. Quite a bit, too.
Let me make sure that he got into the wall.
He may have made contact with Jason.
You think?
Well, I don't see that on Jason's car. I don't know.
Right off the... Maybe he did make contact with the wall. Actually, I may go.
That quarter panel's pretty beat in.
Landon just pulled it in and called it a night.
Yeah, he was having trouble. That car was really starting to fade quite a bit on him. So we watched the battle for the top spot as Max Terriot all on the back bumper right now of Tim Blum in that 10 car. Last time by it was Max Terriot actually 2/10 faster than our leader. Looking at the lead, by the way, their points. Max Terriot does have one win this season at Gateway. That was 3 races ago. He won.
Actually, here comes Max for the lead.
Yep. He's going to get this too, going into 1.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim's just going to let him have it. So smart move there. We're about 2 laps or so, I believe, till we start seeing Sean Butler on pit road. Derek?
Not a surprise here. That's actually what.
Actually, you know what, Derek? He's got a lot of damage. Yeah, he hit something.
I was gonna sound very professional. I'm saying what you just had to ruin it, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's see here. He already had a whole bunch of damage.
He's been on pit road for 50 seconds.
That's why.
Did you wreck it?
On lap number 12 for him, going out of turn number 1 through the short chute, hits the wall and goes down to the apron and wrecks. No yellow as he has left the race.
Wow. See what happened. We're looking at a replay. Sean Butler called it quits tonight early as his car toast. Yeah, he actually had damage already, didn't he?
Yeah, he already had some previous damage.
He got the wall right there. Again, oh, yep, right there. You know, one thing about Indianapolis that I kind of do like, and you'll probably agree, is it's a good thing but a bad thing for drivers. They do not throw cautions unless you're actually on the track. There's so much room to your inside the slide. Usually a caution does not get thrown. You know who's dropped back? Jason Wells, back to 6th. He gets passed by James Heater and Eric Johnson both.
Yeah, it's actually Sean Butler's actually came back in.
He was talking about saving tires. I wonder if he might have used them a little bit too early. He's coming to pit road.
Coming to pit road.
Yep, that is him. Jason Wells, yep, coming to pit road on lap 14. So that's an interesting call. That should be lap 15.
Is it 60 on pit road? It is.
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
I thought it was 50. Actually, we got someone else coming down to pit road. That would be Brandon Minto. Got a little bit loose there getting on. Max Terriot continues to lead with Tim Blum in 2nd, Andy Lee in 3rd.
In 4th place, we got James Heater, Eric Johnson, DJ Anderson in 6th, James Skelton, Jack Walls, and William Long, Joshua Buckley. So Jack's actually up to 8th place now. They haven't pitted yet. We'll see what happens when these guys actually come to pit road. I would expect a lot of them to hit pit road this time.
This time or next, depending on, you know, if they saved any fuel. Max is not going to pit. Actually, he does pit last second. Actually, we do got one person staying out. This could be a log jam right here. Actually, they all got in fairly good here. It looks... Yeah, I got you. Looks like everyone did get in without wrecking it. Bruce Potter getting ready to come down. It's actually Bruce is wrecked getting on the pit road. No yellow as of yet. He's sitting there.
Oh, he just towed.
Yeah, he just towed it. Better be safe than sorry. There's everyone else now is into their pit boxes now.
I'm actually surprised he towed that, to be honest.
Nah, I think he was afraid that there was going to be
it's
a yellow.
Smart move, though. Good for him. I mean, seriously.
Now, let's see here. Eric Johnson is the race leader at this time.
Yeah, he's definitely coming in this time. There's no way he could go another route.
Kyle Souza, who's in 2nd right now. We should see him this time
and Brian
as well.
Phillips.
Brian? I thought Brian already pitted.
Brian has yet to be on pit road. Here comes the 30 car. It looks like Eric Johnson is hitting pit road. 30 car looks like he's going to hit pit road. And then Brian Phillips into number 39, Folgers. Going to be possibly coming to pit road. He is staying out. That's a big call. No, I'm showing that he has not been on pit road.
Oh, well,
can he go another lap?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I think he's in full-on safe mode here. Hang on, I'm gonna go listen.
Let's hop on board.
He's out of the gas though.
He is. Yeah, his last time by was 55-second lap.
And I don't think that's him trying to save either. I think
that's
just
tires.
So he's got to go. Yeah. Wow, he's lifting that way
The good thing is he's going to lead a lap. That's one good thing about it. That's a bonus point. But he's going to need a win in order to make the chase. But you never know. If he can stretch this longer and these guys have to pit late and he don't have to. And here he comes pit road now.
With a 60-lap race, if he can run one more lap than everybody.
Yeah. He may be able to make it on one more stop. He can make it on one more stop.
Two more.
Two more stops, yeah. We'll have to pit on 45.
Yep.
All right.
And I think he can.
We're going to take a quick break, guys. We're live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're watching the Red Light Racing Series on Trackside Racing Network. Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're 21 laps into this 60-lap race, and some breaking news what we just seen. William Long on pit road. He's back out now, 2 laps down. Now this is could be a huge break if we don't have a caution for the driver of, say, where does he go? Jack Walls. He comes in here 9 points ahead of the cut line. William does. So, I'm sorry, it's not 9, it's 8 points. Wait. Hold on, I lied. Okay, William's pretty safe. I was actually wrong about that. He's well ahead of the cut line, so he's going to be okay. It was Kyle Souza is what I was looking at. He's 13th right now. So we're good. I lied. Derek will be back here in just a minute. He went to use the restroom. Watching right now, the 42, Max Terriot lead the way with Andy Lee still putting pressure on the back of him. As we continue to stay green here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Good race so far. 0 cautions. Here's your look so far. 6 lead changes. As we continue to watch a couple of these guys. Andy Lee.
Who maybe gained the most time out of everything on pit road. Really, I'm not seeing a whole lot.
By the way, I lied about something, Derek. It was not William Long that is on the cut line. It was Kyle Souza that is on the cut line. Yes, so I was wrong about that. He's back in 13th, but he does still got to work because Jack Wall is right up in front of him, not too far ahead, about 5 spots in front of him. Yep.
Yeah.
So we mentioned everything's going to kind of get spaced out, and honestly, it has kind of spaced out a little bit. Everybody's trying to run their own race now, and we'll see how this continues to do. Anybody you're impressed with so far?
No yellow.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that's kind of weird for me to say. Usually I like seeing a little bit of wrecking, but I figured we were going to see at least one. But of course, you know, the race ain't over yet. We're not even halfway yet.
And this is Redlight Racing, though, man. They do, honestly, they're probably one of the cleanest leagues we broadcast, honestly.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's because, you know, the other ones we broadcast are all short track for the most part. So, but yeah, so far so good for these guys. Jumping back, Tim Blum on the back bumper of VJ Anderson. That 10 car was very fast. I don't know what happened. That damage, he had a 15, actually he had a very slow pit lane, 51 seconds total on pit lane, compared to everybody else had 46 or 47.
I forgot that's how good a check to see who gained time on pit road.
Yeah.
Duh. Let's see here. Wow, he did actually have a slow stop.
Yeah, he really did. We also got Eric Johnson right behind Tim Blum back in 7th. Eric seems like he's got a top 5 car, I think. I don't think he's got a winning car. But honestly, it's really all top of our 7 guys honestly has a top 5 car. It's just who's going to be able to get into the top 5 and squeeze into the top 5. Then behind him, you got James Skelton back in 86 in 8th place. Jack Walls, of course, 9th. Richard Murdoch, 10th.
I was meaning to look to see how many laps that, okay.
Remember, we're going to be seeing pit stops here again soon.
Yeah, I was just about getting ready to say
that. 5 laps, I believe. We're going to be seeing pit stops again.
True.
4 to 5, yeah. This is a good battle, though, with DJ for 5th, 6th, and 7th. All of them running up on each other's bumper right now. Let's hop on board with Tim Blum and ride around. By the way, guys, I am Adam Chapman. That's Derek Pemberton in the booth commentating tonight.
We're commenting, Nick.
It's been a while since Derek's been in the booth.
For an oval race, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen an oval race.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you actually broadcasted last week. I forgot. The South Racing Federation.
Woo! I think that again.
That was
something.
That's a unique race, man. Fun race though last week. It wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, trust me, it caused my head to nearly explode.
It's different from our normal type of races, I think.
That is true.
You know. So let everybody know our broadcast schedule for the rest of this week. We do not broadcast tomorrow. We broadcast Wednesday. Do not broadcast Thursday or Friday. Saturday night we broadcast. And then Sunday we broadcast as well. But
wait, what are we broadcasting Saturday night?
Saturday night I got to broadcast Loose Lug Nuts Racing League, which is awesome, by the way. They're pretty good. Truck Series. Or Xfinity
Series. I think
sorry.
I know what time I'm running them.
Yep, most likely. That's why we need more people for the Daytona 24.
Yeah, I was like, man, I hope I don't have to run real late at night. Nope, I ain't got to now.
Oh, you're going to be running late at night, don't worry.
Oh, trust me, I already know.
You're going to be running about 3 stints, probably.
Oh, yay!
You're going to be running for about 3 hours.
That's if I still have the internet, because yesterday just got sent that we got a bad storm on the way.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, we do too. Trust me, I know.
Oh, yeah, literally, I get a text. And it was literally 3 minutes late after the National Weather Service literally put out winter storm advisory.
It'd be bad if, you know,
we get knocked out
before the Daytona 24.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that'd be horrible, man.
Oh boy.
Would not be good.
No, what days? Actually, you know, I can't remember if it's right before we came back from break. You told me Max Terriot hit the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, sure does. Actually, Andy Lee coming to pit road this time. Big strategy change here. Try to see, because he gained a little bit of time on the last pit stop.
He cut it short.
Not by much, though.
Yeah. Jason Wells, remember, he pitted a lap earlier than everybody else. He's back up to third now. He's got 1 lap extra on his tires right now, so he'll be hitting pit road here anytime as well. This is an interesting strategy calls now. This right here's where it can make or break a race. As we are halfway this time. We continue to stay green, guys, and I'm going to be honest, I'm just super surprised at how many green flag laps we've had. It's been a fantastic race. It's Max Terriot coming to pit road. And it looks like second place coming to pit road. Jason Wells coming. Everybody's coming to pit road. I'm just going to be honest, everybody's coming. It's a lot easier for me to say that than Eric Johnson staying out at the moment.
I was about to say, it'll probably be easier to say who's not coming.
Yeah, Eric Johnson and James Skelton right now, the ones that are not coming to pit road. You can see the long pit road here. A couple other cars staying out as well. You see the 18 pulling into his box. 64 pulling into his box. And Jason Wells missed his pit box. Hit a backup.
That'll be huge.
That will be. It's going to be costly. Max Terriot down and away. The 18 down and away. And the 64 just now down and away. He did lose a spot. Tim Blum. So Eric Johnson
is lost.
Eric Johnson coming down. James Skelton coming down. Leo Bourdage, we'll find out if he does or not. He should be as well, and Kyle Souza should as well. Remember, Kyle Souza stayed out a little bit longer last time than the rest of these guys. Yeah, no matter what, they're still going to have to pit one more time. Everybody will, so does not matter. Now, this could all work out for Kyle, though, if we get a caution right now.
True.
I mean,
could easily work out for him.
If we get a caution. But it's looking right now. We may not be getting one. And I'm going to probably jinx it by saying that.
Yeah, way to go, Adam. And the Adam curse. Right early.
It's true, though. You know, the thing with Kyle Souza, I was talking about him. Remember, I said that he's got to finish so many far ahead of Jack Walls. Well, he did lead a lap, so that is a bonus point no matter what. He's actually led 5 laps now as he's getting across the finish line.
He's staying off for his 16th lap.
All this is going to cycle back over, by the way, and it's going to be Andy Lee up in the top spot.
I told you it would be.
Yeah, he was fast. Yeah, he made the stop a little bit earlier. 1 lap earlier than Max Terriot. It actually got about a 1.6 second gap over second or third place. So right now we're watching our leader, Kyle Souza, in the number 30 car, Ford, who we expect to see on pit road this time. Wow. Joshua Buckley ran him down quick with some fresher tires. And yeah, he is going to pit road.
Okay, 16 and a half laps. Everyone's going to have to pit once. Yeah. Some people may have to pit twice.
So that's what's interesting. You're right. I mean, this may have to come down.
Someone's only going to pit one more time. The winner of this race is only going to pit one more time.
And I agree. And the way it's looking, Kyle Souza definitely only has to pit one more time. Just saying.
It depends on how long he goes on this run. If he can give me another 16-lap run, I would say yes.
Yeah. I don't think he'd have a problem with it at all. Very interesting pit strategies on these.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, guys. We'll take another quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this for Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Ooh.
Pass for the lead as Max Terriot drives underneath Andy Lee going into turn number 3. We're back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Max Terriot jumps out front as it will update the ticker as soon as he crosses the start-finish line. Somebody that's starting to run down these guys is James Heater. And on the microphone tonight, Adam Chapman, Derek Pemberton. As the battle for the top spot is starting to take place, you can see James Heater starting to reel these guys in. Last time by, wow, what a lap by James Heater last time. A 52.881 last time by.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very impressive. And we still got one more time to pit, though, Derek. I mean, we're coming down now to the money stop. I'm going to be honest, I don't see a caution coming out this race. Just going to say it now, because these guys are so spaced out, and I think everybody has a feel of what their car is going to do. I'm going to be surprised if we have a late yellow. I'll be very surprised. So, we'll see. But, Max Terriot checking out. And he's saying hello and goodbye as James Heater starts to try to put some pressure on the back bumper of the 25 car. And I mentioned Andy Lee last season. He didn't get to run for the championship. And I mentioned him in an interview, I think. And I think it was him I was talking to. And I told him that these guys better be watching out if he makes the chase. Well, he's going to make the chase this year. And to be completely honest, I think he's one of your favorites going in. But I think there's also other favorites. I think James Heater is also there. And honestly, as we watch the battle for second, it looks like Heater going to take second away. You got to start considering Max Terriot to be a favorite if he wins this race, because he will tie for the most wins this season with 2. James Heater has the other 2. As Andy Lee gets some of the wall going into turn number 4. So
you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say something here. We will see 3 cars on pit road on lap 43.
If they hit 43, they're going to have to stop again.
Nope.
There's no way they can carry that long.
They can do it.
Unless they're saving.
Nope, because what's his name did it last run.
I thought he only went 16 laps.
He went 16 coming to 17.
Okay. So if we can make it to 43, these guys should be able to make it.
Next time by, I better see a car on pit road. Because if not, I honestly think you're throwing it away.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think we're going to see a car on pit road. Because these guys have only been 10 laps on this set of tires.
Gotta risk it. I must say, I guess this is also why I don't win fuel strategy races, but I'm telling you, this one is it. This one, you gotta pit next time by. Pit next time by. I think we'll see our winner.
I thought I see Jason Wells coming to pit road. I was like, well, somebody's listening to you.
No, that's too early. No, that's too early.
Like, somebody might be listening to you.
It's this time by. Someone's got to pit. I mean, yeah, I think you've almost got to pit this time and go try to go 17 laps, which it has shown it has been done before.
Yeah, they could go 17 for sure. I think.
Just the tires would be my concern.
Like you're killing yourself on tires.
But the question is, though, does everyone else continue the normal run, and then you'd get a pretty big jump on it? Because I don't think, with this truck being so big, you're not going to force anybody to pit early.
Let's find out. Here comes the leaders. Will anybody come to pit road this time?
Okay, well, no one's
nobody likes your strategy.
Yeah, no. I guarantee you. Come on.
No,
come on.
None of these guys want to follow your strategy.
DJ, come on, guys. Wow.
You had high hopes.
Man,
he's like, somebody's going to listen to me. He's like, somebody's got to listen to me. No, nobody cares about your strategy. I am going to agree with you, though. I think the first person on pit road in the top 5, if one of these guys pit early, I think that's going to be the person out front.
I just don't know why they wouldn't pit. They've seen that people can go that long.
I mean, yeah, you're in your field window. Let's find out if they do it this time. Maybe they want to wait an extra lap. Coming through turn 4. Will anybody hit pit road? Our leader does not. Second place does not. Third place does not. Fourth place, will he hit pit road? Oh, we got somebody pulling in. Jason or who is that? Is that Eric Johnson? Eric Johnson coming to pit road. Yep, that's a big time call, Derek.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's exactly how this race is going to be won. Because someone's got to pit early.
Now, the thing
I think
is,
that's it.
did he pit so far behind? Because remember, he was a couple seconds behind.
Maybe.
Like, he was pretty far back.
He may make enough round back.
Yeah, if these guys don't pit, he's going to make up time. Guaranteed.
He missed the box.
Oh.
Yep, he missed it by just a little bit.
Okay,
just enough where he had to back up.
It's
So
not going to hurt too bad, but we'll see.
No, but we will see. There goes by Joshua.
Max staying out. Second place staying out. And Andy Lee coming to pit road.
Not a
Fourth
big
place,
surprise
Tim
there.
Blum coming to pit road.
Right?
Now see, Tim coming to pit road's big. Because we see
Yeah.
what he does on fresh tires.
He can make up ground, but the question is, will it be enough?
So here's your thing. Eric Johnson right in front of the leader. Not a lap down, about 2 seconds in front of the leader right now. He's going to have to put down a heck of a lap, man.
But with these fresh tires, I think he can do it.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
that's about the gap anyway.
It is.
Yeah, so it could work out. Just he's got to learn how to throw some blocks, I would think, as this race goes on. Now, if Max stays out here, what's going to do is help out Eric.
Yeah, he's definitely not staying out.
Nope.
Joshua Buckley also bringing that car to pit road. Looks like James Heater bringing that car to pit road. Third place, Jason Wells coming to pit road. That's your pole sitter. So now we're going to jump back to Eric Johnson. But it does not matter. Eric Johnson, unless he gets around Tim Blum, which it looks like he's going to do.
Not by much.
But he will not be in front of Andy Lee. So Andy Lee, that's who we're watching. Can Andy go all the way around and take the lead away? And honestly, you would think he can because he's in turn 3 and James and Max just got their pit box. And I will let you know as soon as they drop the jack. The jack is dropped now. Carry out with a slow pit stop though, 15 seconds. Yeah, Andy's going to take the lead, I believe. Here he goes around third place. And first is right there, or second's right there, because Kyle Souza hadn't pitted yet. So Andy Lee will take the lead because of the pit stop. Now, can he hold it out front with these guys on fresh tires? Although there's only one lap fresh tires, and we do got lap traffic. But they should be faster overall. That's interesting. You called it, Derek. Let's see if your strategy pays off. As we watch Andy Lee pass Kyle Souza for the lead. Kyle is going to go one lap down, I do believe, once he hits pit road. He's got to hit pit road here within the next 3 laps. Unless the yellow was to come out. And honestly, you just never know with the amount of cars that's in front of these guys. We're starting to stack them back up just a little bit. Alright, so right now Andy Lee starting to slowly pull out somewhat over Terriot. Looking at the lap times, 51.202 for Lee, a 51.335 for Max Terriot last time by. Hop on board with Andy Lee. You can see him working that wheel quite a bit as he exits turn number 4. And we will begin his lap. As that time by 0.3 slower in second place of Terriot. Remember, James Heater right behind Terriot as well for second place. To watch it right now, Terriot trying to run down Andy Lee, and the gap staying kind of steady.
This lap car right here may cause a little bit of a problem here, depending on when Andy catches him. He better hope he don't catch him in one, because if he catches him in one, Max is going to catch him on the back straight away, and that's just gonna really close up that gap.
Yeah, right now there's about a 4/10 gap, and Richard Murdoch going to go high.
That's going to hurt Andy, I would almost be sure.
Yeah, on the exit, I agree. He didn't have a lot of room.
Yeah, right there. It shows right there. That's actually going to bring Max into it, maybe, depending on when Max can get to his inside. Oh, boy.
Now, Max did not actually get... Now, where's Max going to actually pass this lap car? He does got help.
He's actually going to put pressure on.
Wow, he's putting a little bit of bump. Now, Max did not exactly get the help he needed. Now he clears the 0-1. James Heater not clear the 0-1 just yet.
Yeah. Or is it 0-1? I thought it was, Oh, it
no,
is 0-1. Okay.
Yeah, it's 0-1.
Wow, all three of them just cleared.
Wow, Derek, we may have a heck of a finish here.
With 10 laps to go. Oh, boy.
Yeah, this may be a really good finish.
Andy doing a good job, though, being able to show it. Heater, that is Heater in third, right?
Yes,
yeah, that is. Heater in third. He's kind of turned it on here as of late. So he may be someone to be watching out for here.
Yeah, he's got 2 wins already this season.
He's starting to get a good run here on Max.
He actually started.
He's got to make that go wide.
Wow.
I did not realize that the golf course on the outside was just right there.
Yeah, it's infield and outside.
I've been running into blimp day. I've actually been up in the blimp for most of the race. Actually, not been a bad view of everything. So here comes Max. He's trying to get to the inside. Andy goes low here.
Really?
That's actually a strategic. Andy Lee's pulling off here. What happened? Oh, that is the biggest strategy call I think I've ever seen. He put it in that way. They can't sit there and draft and pass him as these laps tick down.
It's interesting, man. That's,
I thought about doing that in certain races. I just never would do it.
Well, you're about to find out if it works or not, because that's a big time call, man. That's
but that's
big.
taking it. That's taking it where they can't draft you, where they can't, because that way he has a chance of losing all of them in the last couple laps. As we almost had a wreck right behind him.
Yeah, Kyle Souza and Kyle does not need to have a. Yeah, does not need to wreck out because he's right near that cut line right now. As Jack walks up at 8th.
Actually, Andy looking like he did lose a little bit of ground there.
You don't think he just let him go, do you?
Well, yeah, he let him go so that way he can be able to draft back up to him.
He better start putting it down because that draft may be going away. Yeah, he's lost the draft. 5/10 back right now. Well, 5/10 back of... Now 6/10 back of the second place. Oh, did he just get moved?
You would hope not.
Nah, I think Kyle Souza's faster than he is. I think something's wrong with Andy's car, man.
Yeah, no contact between them.
He's going to give up 2 spots. You don't think maybe he thinks he might be short on gas, do you?
There ain't no way, because he's only going to be running
16 laps. I mean, we've seen multiple cars go that.
They've ran that long.
Yeah. I don't know other, you know, what it could be.
Unless he really does think that. But he's throwing the race away because they ran 16 laps.
Yeah. I don't know. It's strange.
Unless everyone didn't fill it up, which I think would not be the brightest of call.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out if we get to interview him, which looks like we may. I don't know, but we're going to see the top spot, though, as James Heater tries to run down Max Terriot. I ain't going to say try because he is there, about 4/10 back right now. A lot of traffic starting to come into this picture, though.
Yeah, a lot of traffic, which may end up causing a lot of problems here. As actually, I'm going to go listen in on his car. There is no way.
You're wondering why.
got no idea.
Do what?
Then I'll win. I've got no idea. I think he's just playing it safe because he knows he's made the chase.
That's a possibility. I mean,
but I don't know why you want to try to go win, try to get you some momentum going in, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's not my call to make.
Yeah, if he finishes third, we're definitely going to ask because I'm curious about it myself. There's got to be something going on. I mean, I just don't see Andy just pulling over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because from what I seen, he just pulled over and let him go.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely pulled over to the left on the straightaway and let him go. He let some of these other cars behind him go as well. I'm not really sure. Man, I don't know.
But all that did now, I mean, took one car away, but it could make a very interesting finish as we're getting ready to come to 4 laps to go.
Yeah, and honestly, James here last time by was actually 2 tenths faster. Well, not quite 2 tenths, actually a tenth faster. Then
he can be
Max.
as close as he can be as
It's
fast
tough
as
to
he
pass,
can.
yeah.
It's so tough to pass, but I think, you know, as much as I hate people doing this to me,
Bob and Red.
no, you may have to get in there and maybe give him a good old little bump going off into a corner and
Put him up the track a little bit. I agree. I
put in the
mean,
wall maybe.
think about it. Max and James is both in the chase, no matter what happens. But
what do you got to lose?
But Max could go in the chase right now, possibly even with the lead going into the chase.
What if James beats him?
Because if James beats him, James is going to the points lead.
Oh, so this is for the point. Yep. We're going to see someone get put in the wall.
Because James has 2 wins, Max has 1 win.
If James can get to him, he's going to put him in the wall. I mean, I would. If this was me right now and I had this opportunity, if I get to him, I'm putting him in the wall. I want the point. He just got in the wall.
I understand that, but you got to race these guys for another 3 rounds plus the championship.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't care.
I don't think I would do it. Not yet. I mean, if it was a chase, yeah, definitely. But
I'd do it now. You want as big of a... You want as much cushion as you can going in, so that way you ain't got to be...
I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a cushion. I think they're going to be tied if he wins.
But if James wins, all that does is just give him even a bigger gap.
It does. But what if something happens, James puts the bumper to Terriot, and next week Terriot returns James when James is trying to get the lead?
That's the risk you
take.
take.
The chase. That's a gamble, though.
That's the reason why, though, you go get yourself the cushion in case something like that does happen.
It does, yeah. That's dangerous,
So I think it's a risk-reward type thing here. I mean, yeah, you're going to risk... He got in the wall again.
Yeah, he's
got in the wall past 2
too.
laps there. That may have just secured Max's win.
Yeah, it may have, because he's pulled out a little bit 4 tenths. You know what's funny? Even with that lap, well, Max was still actually 3 tenths faster, a little under 3 tenths faster. Wow. So we got 2 laps to go. Can James Heater close in on our leader, Max Terriot, who's been out front for over half the race, by the way. 31 laps led. Looking to lead 32 this time by. Now we are fairly 100% certain. Now just to let you know, Eric Johnson, there is a chance he could run out of gas.
Where's he at on the track?
He's 6th place. He's got 15 laps so far.
Putting that clutch. Nah, he's got it.
He should be okay.
Yeah. If he's coming to 16 this time, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah,
because people have 16 coming to 17. Yeah, he should be fine. Actually, he beat everyone he had to beat to get in.
Yeah, the thing was, Jack Walls needed to beat Kyle Souza, and Kyle's actually moved up. Kyle's actually moved up quite a bit. He's up to 10th now. So it looks like Kyle Souza definitely going to get in. Jack Walls, unfortunately, going to be the one that's not getting in. And I think it's the 2nd time in a row he's not got in. He's been right on the edge of the cut line.
Is Eric fighting to get in?
Eric Johnson, no, he's in.
Okay.
He's actually won, I believe.
Oh, well, I thought he was fighting to get into the chase.
He has not won, but he's actually he's 2nd in points right now. So.
Well, that sounds like me sometimes.
Yeah. So off turn 4, Max Terriot is going to be kissing the bricks here at the Brickyard and win at Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 60 Go. Oh, that's a Go Fast Racing League. Red Light Racing Series, and Eric Johnson does cross the finish line in 7th place, by the way.
Not bad. Nope,
not bad at all. 2nd place goes to James Heater, and Andy Lee will finish in 3rd. talk to Max right now. Once he goes around, we'll be talking to him. And there's your winner of tonight's race. It's a big win for Max.
That it is.
He went back in Gateway, goes here and wins tonight. At the famous Brickyard. See how much rubber's already on that track as well. Quite a bit of rubber laid down.
Oh wow. Man, this is so cool to actually see the rubber for once. Oh boy.
Quite a bit in turn 4.
Yeah.
So he's going to pull up here on the yard of bricks. Probably do a donut or two. Shame we can't get out and actually kiss him.
No, yeah, I wish they'd make an animation where you could do that here.
And here he goes over across the yard of bricks. We'll pull in Max Terry out right now and talk to him. Hey, Max Terry, you got me?
Hey, Adam.
Hey, man. First place tonight. Started in 4th place at 33 laps. Now, this is your 2nd win of the season. What's it feel like to get this win here tonight at the Brickyard?
It's kind of like unexpected for me. Indy has never been a great place for me, but since the update, for me it drives differently, and tire wear was something that was probably better than others tonight, so that worked.
Now, of course, you're already locked into the chase because of your win back at Gateway. Now, this is huge for you because you actually came in here leading the points, and honestly, and next week we head to the first race of the chase. We head in the trucks at Homestead, Miami. So a little bit different. Usually Miami's usually last, but how do you feel about heading to Homestead for the first round of the chase?
Yeah, Homestead's a good track for me, so I'm pretty confident that if everything goes well, that I can have a solid finish there.
Well, man, you've done a good job so far this season. I mean, every week. I don't know. You've came a long way since last year. You can see it. I mean, you're right there on top and have a good chance at winning this thing and hopefully closing it out. So congratulations on a big first place finish here tonight and a big win at the Brickyard. Anybody want to shout out?
Yeah, shout out to my friend Max Anything, and yeah, TRN for the broadcast, always good. And the guys running Redlight, it's a great league to run in.
Good job, man. Go out there and celebrate and do some donuts, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we will bring in James Heater, who is not in here. So we will not be speaking to James Heater, but Andy Lee is not as well. Okay. Well, that's awesome. So, yeah, that's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. I want to make sure nobody else actually got in and make sure. But, yeah, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Here's a look at your results. You can see it on your standings as Max Terry does his burnouts. We'll be back again Wednesday night. My thoughts on the race. It was great overall. One of the best finishes best races we've had in a while. And so congratulations to all these guys that made the chase. And it looks like we'll get ready for next week. So thanks again for everybody watching. As Max Terry burns the house down and is your winner tonight here at Indianapolis. We'll talk to y'all Wednesday.